hope this wakes people up to the value of vaccines too. There's so many wackos out there that think that vaccines are, a scam, or they're dangerous, or there's so many people out there that won't vaccinate their children.
Thank you for what you do say about vaccines, because people listen to you, and we need every positive voice, because we have so many crazy voices out there right now
that are so paranoid and delusional, and they want it all to be a conspiracy. There's been an amazing medical innovation in human culture, and that's vaccines. It's amazing what it's done. And have there been adverse effects on people? Of course, everything that people do. There's some people that are going to react in a bad way. It doesn't mean it's not a positive thing. And there's a reason why the cases of polio are so tiny. There's a reason why smallpox went away. It's because of vaccines.
A few moments later.
And people say, do you think it's safe to get vaccinated? I've said, yeah, I think for the most part it's safe to get vaccinated. I do. But if you're like 21 years old and you say to me, should I get vaccinated? I go, no. Yeah. Are you healthy? Are you a healthy person? Like, look, don't do anything stupid, but you should take care of yourself. You should, if you're a healthy person and you're exercising all the time and you're young and you're eating well, and like, I don't think you need to worry about this. This is really gene therapy. It's a different thing. It's your body. It's tricking your body into producing spike protein and making these antibodies for COVID. It's terrifying that they're now trying to give it to children.
Yeah.
And they're trying to say that children need it when they don't. They don't need it. The children, they keep saying 700 children have died from COVID. The children that have died from COVID, without exception, any that I've read, almost all of them, let's say that to be safe, almost all of them had severe comorbidities. They had leukemia, they had cancer, there was something seriously wrong with them, and they died of COVID. They were amazingly obese, whatever it was. It's not like a drug. It's not a disease that is very dangerous for most healthy young kids. It's not.
So is it just the money going into the pharmaceutical companies that's driving people to want everyone to get vaxxed?
It must have an influence. It's also the narrative. Right. There's also people that have been vaccinated that don't want people to get away without being vaccinated, because I think they know they took a chance. I think secretly they know, like, if anybody pays any attention, they know someone who's had a bad reaction to the vaccine, or someone who died shortly after the vaccine, or they've watched some fucking soccer player drop on the field of a heart attack, and there's a lot of that going on, by the way. Well, I'm paranoid. Well, I seek the advice of experts whenever possible, and what I was seeing was that there was a lot of weird misinformation and conflicting information. I'm not a doctor. I'm a fucking moron. And I'm a cage fighting commentator who's a dirty stand-up comedian who just told you I'm drunk most of the time. And I do testosterone and I smoke a lot of weed. But I'm not a respected source of information, even for me. If I say things, I'm always going, check on that, Jamie. I don't know if that's true.
Right.
I do that all the time.
Right.
But I at least try to be honest about what I'm saying.
A few moments later.
Joe Rogan is a conspiracy theorist. What is he saying? Well, you're supposed to aspirate, you fucks. When you see someone get injected and they just go like that right into his arm, that is an incorrect way of vaccinating the fucking leader of the free world. So I think he felt like the same way if I had a conversation with you about military tactics and leadership in the SEALs, I would defer to you about everything. I would just be asking questions. Yeah. You're the expert. I think he had this idea that that's how it was going to be. That we were going to have this conversation about COVID and medicine and a medical situation, and then he was going to give me all of this information that was going to straighten me out.
Ouch.
Didn't work out that way.
It didn't work out.
Well, I've been fucking talking to scientists and doctors and biologists and virologists for months and months and months. Yeah. And
you've got to be the amount of information that you have absorbed in the past 6 months or maybe a year about this. You've been tracking it. You've been talking to all these smart people. Man, that's rough to roll in and think that you're going to trump your statements.
Well, I think he thought that I wasn't really informed, but I keep a fucking file on my phone, and it's not a small file. I'm going to show you this. I have a folder on my phone called Cooties. And these are all COVID stories that I've read. I've read every one of them.
Yeah.
And I know, and not COVID stories, like anecdotal stories.
Right.
These are all like PubMed articles. These are all like peer-reviewed data studies. These are all VAERS reports. These are all like things on myocarditis. These are all things on vaccine efficacy, how long it wanes, when it goes.
Right.
You know, I mean, just like I've been paying attention. You know, I don't have an uninformed opinion. I have a controversial opinion. But what else is new?